and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Bienvenue, willkommen, effusive thank yous for joining us on our adventures. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Once again, may I implore you to rate and review us on your podcast app of choice, be that Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or whatever. You can email us at hello@billowinghilltop.com and Paul read your email out. You can find us on Twitter at Billowing Hilltop, and you can find us on Facebook. There is no other news. Our adventures in the mysterious warehouse continue in episode of 42 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast, Warehouse Classics Volume 2. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Very well, thanks.
I understand this Mars thing has landed.
Yes, it has.
It's really good.
Perseverance.
Once again,
Got a helicopter on it.
I mean, I can't,
Can't you?
Well, I mean, I go to the shops and I can't plan far enough ahead, right, to get that right. So the idea that you would fire this little widget off over such kind of mind-spending distances and get everything to work remotely is just mad, isn't it? I mean, it's just extraordinary achievement. Anyway, now where we left things, we are in the warehouse, the sodden hold warehouse that you have headed to on a lead from one of these Ebon Triad cultists who tried to kill you when you arrived in Even Star. It's a very weird setup. Some of the goods in the warehouse turned out to be mimics. You fought them off. The second chamber in this warehouse turned out to have been turned into a cell block. You freed an elven lady of high standing, a member of a highly esteemed elven merchant family in the city. You couldn't open the cell of another prisoner who is apparently either asleep or unconscious. He's certainly not responding to the fact that you're there.
He's a tax collector.
Yes.
So perhaps they just deserve to stay there
maybe
anyway.
maybe it's exactly. And then he found some doors to the north, some double doors. Touching those double doors sent Parker into a weird mental spin briefly, where he felt like a sort of strong sense of deja vu, like he had been here before, like he had interacted with those doors before. But since then, that sensation has faded. The room that those doors led into, the floor has given way, but has been replaced by a series of gangways. It looked like they've been robbed out of the remaining planks from the decrepit floor. Bugraft has sprinted his way across those planks, right round the room, which is L-shaped, and gone round the corner and found a door heading somewhere. Parker followed after him, but Parker had only made it about 2 or 3 feet onto the first plank, and something that he can't see has taken a swipe at him. I'm going to roll that swipe now, Parker. And the swipe, I rolled a 19 with the swipe. So whatever this thing is...
Armor class what?
That hits armor class 25. And it
God,
does...
what's your armor class, Parker? What's your armor
Less
class?
than that. 22.
Yes, 22 is still
Gross.
a lot more than me.
Character audit.
Okay, so it does 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. It does 2, 4, 7 points of bludgeoning damage. This thing just come out of nowhere. There's just a sort of...
What is it?
You don't know. It's just a force.
'Tis invisible.
And then you feel a rush of air as another invisible thing slams into you, Parker, and hits armor class 23, doing a further 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And let's roll for initiative.
Rolling for initiative.
Dear.
18.
21.
I also get 21.
Purple gets 23.
Oh, you're quick.
Cuthbert gets 10.
And Bugraft.
9.
Bugraft gets 9. Okay, let's sort the board and start with Burple on 23.
Okay, so what can I see of what attacked Parker?
Nothing. He just seems to suddenly get thumped by something out of nowhere.
Okay. How are you doing for hit points?
I'm on 20.
Out of...
I have a heal, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is move to where Bugraft is on more sturdy ground and heal myself, and that will be my move.
I forgot something before, but hey, say la vie.
The knock you into the water thingy.
You feel like, but for a forgetful DM, you might have struggled to stay on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might have had to make some saving throws.
This platform at the end is not like that, though, right?
The platform at the end is more substantial, and even if it's a little bit slimy, you've got more space to kind of stand and brace your feet.
Okay.
Not that you can see it.
Okay.
You just hear Bugraft going, "Is it dirty?
Is it dirty? Is it dirty?
Is it dirty?
Is it dirty? I'm going to move.
Yup.
So what happened? Something reached out
We don't know.
to hit Parker.
Something just went poof into Parker. Like the air itself has struck him.
Oh, I see. So we didn't actually see anything.
No, nothing.
The air itself. Ah, that's helpful. Okay, so not a lot I can do about that. Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is.
We got glitter dust or something.
I've got
like that.
sea invisibility. That's what I've got.
Mm.
I don't have glitter dust, no, but I have sea invisibility. So why don't I cast that? Bush.
You are casting Sea Invisibility. Well, the moment that you cast that, Burple, you can see some invisible things. You can see 2 invisible things. Let me give you your invisible things.
Very exciting, waiting for the invisible things to turn up.
Don't get too excited. There's one invisible thing
Ooh.
sort of flying next to Parker.
Mm.
It looks like a kind of weird... How would I describe it? To your attuned senses, it looks like something almost made out of air.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's got features in the sense that it's sort of mildly humanoid. It seems to have
Air
arms,
elemental.
fists, and so forth. Yeah.
An elemental.
Well, you don't. I don't. You've heard stories of air elementals. It wouldn't. This sort of maybe resonates. What's the range of your Sea Invisible, by the way? Before I completely give everything
I
away.
can just see as
Fine.
normal.
Well, this room is
actually.
lit by an ever-burning torch, so there's another one lurking on the far side of the chamber, on a section of the walkway that heads towards the to the northern wall. You don't know why it didn't strike Parker, but it's just floating there. I presume you can shout what you can see.
Yes, I will communicate that to...
Does it look undead?
No, it looks elemental, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she's not a ghost.
Parker, what do you want to do? I mean,
Right,
Burple
well-
has just shouted out. There's
Yeah.
something next to you.
I'm assuming I'm attacking it with a disadvantage.
Well, you've effectively got the blinded condition. What that means is...
Right, well, I'm going to have an attempt. I'm going to do the Fist of Unbroken Air on it.
I think with a rough idea of where this thing is,
Yeah.
you are attacking at disadvantage, yes.
It must make a strength saving throw,
Mm-hmm.
DC 13.
Rolling my blue dice of power, rolling an 11. That might be enough. Strength save is... That's enough. Yes, it makes the save. Does anything else happen? Does anything happen
Yeah,
as a
it
result of that?
takes 3d10
Wow.
save to half.
Oh, okay.
13 save to half, so 6 points of damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
If it had failed, I could have knocked it away from me. But so, seeing as that hasn't worked, I will move back to where Burple is. So I
You're gonna
guess
draw
it
an
gets
attack of opportunity,
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay, rolling a 20.
20.
Now, I've got a decision to make. Do I want to gamble and try and turn that into a critical hit? I think I do. The worst that can happen is it's a normal hit. So, gambling, rolling again. Getting
It's a miss.
an 11, 16's not enough.
It's a miss.
So it's regular damage, not a life-changing amount of damage. You take 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and Parker,
I have to make a save.
can you
throw.
give me... Was that 9 points of damage?
Yeah.
Can you give me a DC 9 dexterity save? Which I'm sure you're going to be able to make. Unless you roll... Well, I mean, a 1 would be very, very funny. It would make my evening. But other than that, let's see what happens.
By knowing my normal... There must be some way of inverse gambling or something.
Okay, that's something separate.
Given
What,
my
hedging, you mean?
standard luck, that's a 10
Ah,
in total.
Damn.
Just made it.
just made it. Okay, so you managed to keep your footing and you stumble back onto the main planking.
Yes.
And we go on to Sessions. What would you like to do, Sessions?
I'm going to move
Medic.
up the corridor to the door. That's a move. My little short 25 feet.
Yeah, you got 25 feet. Okay.
25 feet. All of them moving at the same time.
Yeah, short, 25 feet. Size 4.
Is Burple wounded?
Burple is not
I
wounded.
need heal.
Well, he's taken 3 points.
Cuthbert?
Yeah, Cuthbert's wounded.
How wounded is Cuthbert?
Cuthbert has got 36 out of 55 hit points, so he's kind of 2/3.
I'm on 11.
You're on 11.
Why do I have such crap hit points? Reasonably good constitution.
I think the choice here is aid or healing word.
Right.
They both would affect
aid
everyone.
on the three of us, surely. Gives us all 10 extra hit points, or 5, depending upon what level you
Yeah.
think, isn't it?
I'll do aid at 3rd level.
Ooh.
I have no 2nd level spells left.
Okay, tell me about that.
So their maximum hit points increases by 10, and they receive 10 extra hit points right now.
And when you say all, is that
Everyone in 30 feet.
okay?
3 people it is usually.
Then I'll do Cuthbert, Burple, and Parker.
Anything else from Sessions?
No, I've moved and cast a spell. That will do. for me.
Okay, Burple. You
Yes.
see the weird figure that's further away from you dash to your right, to the east, and disappear. Bugraft, you don't feel anything, nothing attacks you. Burple can kind of shout a warning that it's heading in your direction, but you have no idea what's happened to it. The one that's nearer, the one that was attacking Parker, chases after Parker. It zooms into your Spirit Guardian's Sessions. Now, when it first enters, has it got to make a saving throw?
I think it does. The creature's speed is halved in the area. Creature enters for the first time on its turn or starts. It must make a
Yep,
saving throw
okay.
or take.
Yeah, what's the 20
half
on my
of-
save? Yep,
So 2.
2. Okay, well, that doesn't seem to really affect it very much.
Radiant
it-
damage.
I think it's going to most likely attack Parker. It seems to have fixed upon Parker, but I'm going to roll because there's a chance it will attack Burple. 1 to 4 Parker, 5 to 6 Burple, 1 to 4 Parker. And it rolls its first attack. It rolls an 11, which is a
it's a
16,
miss.
which is not enough. And then the second attack rolls
It's
a
a
2.
miss.
It's a hopeless. And we move on to
Thank
Cuthbert.
God
It's
for
your
that.
turn in the corridor between the cells.
See, I always get a little bit of luck.
Right.
Burple has shouted out about an invisible weird spirit, something air, something people. Parker's clearly involved in some sort of fight, but you can't see what Parker is fighting.
Well, I think on the basis of heavy metagaming, but also the knowledge of what's kind of happening, Cuthbert's going to go up and stand behind Parker, touch him on the shoulder and go, "Here you go, dear chap," and cast a protection from evil and good on him, which protects him against elementals. So
Oh,
anything attacking
thank you very
him
much.
has disadvantage.
Can you give us a tour of the spell, please?
I will give you a tour of the spell. Until the spell is concentration up to 10 minutes. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Classic D&D spell, reinterpreted into 5e in a much sort of simpler way, but love it. Right, great. That's Cuthbert. Anything else?
No, he's moved and cast a spell. There you go.
Okay, so we move on to Uncle Buggy.
Uncle Buggy. Right,
Not
okay.
clear what's going on with you, Uncle Buggy. Burple shouted a warning that this thing is something invisible is heading around towards you, but there's nothing there.
Something
Right.
evil this way comes.
Can I try this door?
You can try it. It's locked.
It's locked. Was that just a interact with one object move?
Yeah, I think we can. Yeah.
Okay, and on my action, I am also going to do a protection from evil.
Aha. Okay. Everybody's got one of these things. Right.
That's my last spell.
Back to the top of round 2, and it is Burple's turn. What do you want to do, Burple?
I'm going to do a cure wounds on Parker.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Bear
Being
with
taken,
me.
I have to say, in my adversity, I'm being taken very good care of.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
the gold contract, isn't it?
Parker's going to put a picture of a rainbow in his kitchen window.
Rubbish roll.
Yeah.
13
Oh, no, 13's good. It's good. That's-
should be a lot better than that.
Okay. Anything else from Burple?
I think I might just. No, that's it.
It's your turn, Parker. I'm saying that you know enough about where it is to have a shot at it.
Right. At disadvantage?
You have to know roughly where it is to even have a go at disadvantage.
Okay, well, we're going to do the usual hits on it and everything.
Give it a shot. Yep.
2d20s. Giving me, well, a 3 is not going to be.
It's not enough.
The second attack, a 14 and an 11, so that would hit armor class
Yes.
16.
Yep. 16 to hit.
Excellent.
Yep.
So that's 6 points of damage, and then
That's with your
unarmed-
fists, is it? Or what is that?
that's with the shillelagh, so it's
Okay, 6
magic.
points damage. Yep.
And then
No,
5
5.
plus 6,
Not
plus
enough.
11.
No, I'm sorry, that's not
Okay.
enough.
Well, a little
Anything
bit
else
of
from
damage
you?
on it. No, that would be me.
Sessions?
I'm a bit stymied on things to do, to be honest.
I think where you are, Sessions. I mean, you're doing damage. You could possibly move up one square so that even if
I'll-
it decided to move back, it would still be.
I'll shuffle up one square.
Yeah.
So you're bringing it further within the range of your
Yeah,
guardians. Yep.
Also, anything, I guess, in the bottom left-hand corner of that room that I can't see.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Anything
Suddenly
else?
screams of pain emanate.
I can't see it at all, yeah?
You can't see anything. No, you only know that there's anything there at all because Parker seems to be randomly wellying at some area of space next to him, and he's getting a bit of narrative from Burple about where Burple is telling him that it is. That's all you know.
I already told the dead tumbling dice. Should I see it?
Yes, gotcha. Okay, it's its turn. It has to make its saving throw. It rolls a 9. What was the DC?
It's DC 14 Wisdom, I think.
Okay, what's the damage?
3d8. 9 points of radiant damage. Saved half.
You don't know whether or not that really worked because you can't see, but I've done the accountancy. And it is going to strike 1 to 4 Parker, 5 to 6 Burple, rolling a d6, getting a 6 going for Burple. Burple, it is not going to be attacking at advantage. It rolls a 16, it's armor class 21.
Yes.
It does 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. First attack does 5, 6, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9.
And the second attack, rolling a 20.
I can't believe this. This is the third 20 you've rolled
Yeah.
in this session.
We all can see which dice I'm using. And it is going to gamble. Of course it's going to gamble. Family in the audience, they can't see him, but nevertheless, life-changing amount of damage. Rolling another 20. It's another 20.
Instant kill. Head pulped over wide area.
Great decision there,
Oh, shut up.
Terry from Doncaster. Thanks for coming down.
1 in 400.
And he is going to pick a card. It's time, for you to pick,
Die.
it's time to go to the board and pick a card. Do, 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 do.
Body split in 2.
Critical hit deck for GMs. Deal 1 card to Mike. Deedy weedy woo. There is the card. I'm going to turn over that card now, and I can tell you that the card is called Setback.
Yay!
Oh,
In your face.
what are the odds?
What does it go? Slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, magic, right? Okay, well, we won't go into the details, but let's
Yes, we
suffice
will.
to
No,
say
do.
it's not done anything to you. I don't even get to roll normal damage, do I?
No, you don't.
No, I don't think so.
Right,
Read
cock.
us the card.
Come on,
It's,
read us the card.
it's deafened. It's deafened.
Does it become at all visible?
I don't know why it would become visible. No, it's just
Well,
deafened.
I'm just checking since, I'm looking for it to become visible.
Yeah, obviously. But I mean, I think
That's
that would
what
be the
you
first
get
thing
when
I
you
would tell
mess
you.
with me. See?
It was
See?
diverting and mildly amusing. That was its 2 attacks. Now, let's have a think about the other one. It certainly doesn't seem to be attacking anybody. It doesn't seem to be attacking Bugraft. Doesn't seem to be surfacing. You don't know what's happened to it. It's a bit of a weird puzzler. We move on to Cuthbert on 10.
Cuthbert, if he were to place himself in the position where he can cast the spell, so let's say he moves into the room and just kind of sidles along the wall, could he fire a firebolt, which is a cantrip, at where he thinks it could be and roll a mischance?
Well, it would be attacking at disadvantage. I think from your position, watching Burple, Parker, and this invisible thing interact with each other, you're going to have to make a guesstimation about even vaguely where to zap your firebolt.
All right.
Give me a perception check. I've got a number in mind. If you make
I'll
it,
give
then
you
you
a
can roll at
perception
disadvantage.
15.
15 was the number I had in mind. Bollocks. Okay, so yes, you can have a go. Yes, at disadvantage, you can fire your firebolt into the square where you think it is.
All right, so I'll roll this twice then. I rolled an 8 and a 9, so 8 is going to be a
8
miss.
is a miss, and that is it for you. So we move on to
Yes.
Uncle Buggy.
Uncle Buggy, how do I open the door? Can I bash it?
You can try and break it open.
Brute force and ignorance. I'll try and smash it with my. I've got 16 strength, so I got +3.
Make a straight strength check. Yep.
It's not athletics check, or is it a strength check?
It's just a straight strength check.
A 16.
There's not enough. You go poof. It rattles. It looks quite sturdy, this door, Uncle Buggy.
Okay, do I think I need a very high number to get it open? Is it going to be possible, do I think?
Give me a perception check. I don't know why. No, give me an intelligence check. It's not really a perception issue. It's an estimation issue.
Okay, so
I don't really know what we're fumbling for here.
14, I think.
Yes. You think that it's possible, but that it's going to take quite a feat of strength for you to do it.
Okay, yes.
Top of round 3, and it is a bubbly wubbly woo. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to hit it with my sword.
Yes, you can see it. You can just thump it.
Hitting.
Oh, dear.
Now, that's the end of your round unless you gumble.
That was all I can do anyway. I only get one attack.
Oh, well, in that case, that's...
So no loss. I can't move away like I was thinking of doing. But
Right.
for the reader, I rolled a 1. Another 1. Always rolling
Parker. Thank you, reader, by the way, for tuning in to tonight's star-studded episode featuring Terry from Doncaster. Good evening, people of Norway.
All of them.
One of them. I think one person from Norway. I think our full readership is one person from Norway, one person from...
Whereabouts in Norway?
Well, I don't know. We don't get that kind of granularity in our statistics.
I know someone who lives in Oslo, so you never know.
Well, I mean, it's almost certainly them.
Hi, Dieter.
That's our one reader explained. So low are our readership numbers that I received a direct message on Twitter the other day from somebody who runs another actual play podcast called Dyson Desire, which I recommend you try. And they said, I'll check out your podcast. And the next day I was like, there they are. Yeah. They didn't make it past episode 2, but there we go. Let's pick things up with Parker on 21.
At disadvantage. Ooh.
You have hit it,
Yes.
Parker.
So that would be 8 points of damage.
I mean, you have absolutely no
Then-
idea what's going on.
The second one, again, a 9 and a 12, so 9 plus 5, this is
14
armor
is
class 14.
Parker. Yeah.
Is a hit. Lovely. So, not that I know.
No, well,
but
you feel your...
2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, yeah, you feel your fist slam into the
And-
creature.
Then finally, the flurry of blows is... Well, that must... If a 9's a hit, then
Yes,
a
that's a
13's
hit,
a
yeah.
hit. 2 plus 3 is
Okay,
5.
Right.
Reasonably
Yeah,
successful.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
all
all,
adding
yeah,
up.
it is all
Yeah,
literally
all right, yeah.
adding up.
Was better than I did.
Yes, couldn't be worse.
That's
Why
me.
doesn't...
Fast,
well, no,
efficient.
I'm not going to start running your characters for you. Sessions, it's your turn on 21. I'd love to run your characters for you. You wouldn't need to be here, right? The whole podcasting thing would become a lot easier. It would just be me going,
Well, you could do all your
Well, no,
voices
I wouldn't
then,
necessarily
couldn't
do
you,
voices. It's only for my own
Yeah.
amusement.
Do you know what? That's a really good idea. Why not next session you do it, and then we pick up the following session. You just explain to us where we're at.
I think if I do the whole of next time, then you can do the next one without me there. You'll just have to imagine what
Yes.
might happen. Anyway,
Well, given that you'll have been talking to yourself for like 3 hours. you'll
I
be
think that Paul would say I've been talking to myself for 55 years.
For a very long time.
Just Paul, his phone on the far side of the room while he watches television, hearing my tinny voice burbling away. Sorry, I was talking so much, as always, that I've forgotten where we are. Sessions, what happened then?
I'm just waiting. If it comes visible, I'm going to cast Tumbling
Well,
Dice.
it doesn't become visible, but it
Crashing.
does attack. It's going to attack. I really want to bring Cuthbert into the risk zone, but I don't think I logically can. So I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3, Parker. 4 to 6, purple. Yes.
Before it does that, can it not make it saving
Oh,
throw or take
God.
damage from the Spirit Guardians?
Yeah, sessions with his clipboard. Excuse me.
Think it's time for you to take some damage,
Oh, damn it.
sir. Do you like that? Do you like 18 points
hello.
of damage?
Ooh.
Radiant damage? Do you
18,
like
sir.
that, sir?
Oh, sir,
Radiant,
radiant, sir. Oh, look over his shoulder at you, sir. Oh, it's going to go for... No, I've forgotten what I rolled. Did I roll my I rolled 1 to 3, which is Parker. So Parker, here we go. Attacking at disadvantage. So I don't think it knows, you see. That's the thing. Yeah. I just don't think it... Yeah. So it's going to roll at disadvantage. Its first attack it's going to be an 8, which is not going to be enough, so it doesn't need to roll the other dice. And its second attack... You see, now I could roll the other dice, just in case that next number is a shit number. And then free up the good number for the proper second attack. No. Okay, moving on. This is my first roll of the second attack, and it rolls. It was a shit number. Damn. Damn. And let's just roll to see what that first number would have been if I had done what I thought. The last one. Let's just have a look, see if it would have been. Oh, it would have been. Oh, borderline.
No, it wouldn't have been.
Borderline. Well, that's the end of it.
So all immaterial anyway.
Yeah, all right. An immaterial world.
Don't go on.
Cough, but it's your round on 10.
Does Cuthbert need to roll another perception check to fire another thing at
Yes, he does. Unless he gets in there or he gets some kind of guidance.
All right, here we go. Oh, 14? Perception of 14? Not enough.
Not enough. Do you want to do anything else?
God damn it. No, there's nothing else I think I really can.
You just can't work out where to even start. We move on to Uncle Buggy.
Uncle Buggy. Can I do a perception check, see if I can work out what this thing is?
What, to try and find
There's
this?
another one, isn't there?
Well, you've heard Burple shout that something was coming around towards you, but you've not detected... Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay,
Everything's
I'm going to
possible.
listen out, see if I can... 14.
14 does not reveal anything. Anything else?
Not a lot I can do, really. Don't really want to go on the boards.
No, I see your point.
Yeah.
Okay, top of round 4, it is Burply Wurply Woo. Burple Happy.
Well, I'm going to try and hit it again.
Ça va, monsieur le happy.
Because it was such a good wheeze last time. It was so successful.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah.
See if you can replicate your one. See if you can do it 2 rounds in a row.
I bet you I can.
Yes, I've got a good feeling about this.
It's a 12.
12 in total
Yeah.
is not enough. And that's you done?
I just don't want it to be, but yes. Maybe I move away.
Deck of opportunity fish.
I could do an invisibility on myself. No, I'll stay there.
Parker on 21.
First attack is arm class 15.
Is enough.
Is a 10 and a 16.
Solid thump. Yep.
So that's 7 points of damage
Yes. With the shillelagh.
with the shillelagh.
Yep.
Then another. Oh, that's
Dear. It's a
a
1.
1.
So that's the end of that. And that ends your round.
Ends my round. Never mind. Well,
Sessions Epa, Cleric of Misfortune.
How wounded do Burple and Parker? How wounded is Parker now?
How wounded
I'm on
is Burr
34
Parker?
here. I'm all right at the moment against this creature. Seeing as it has disadvantage against me, I wouldn't.
Okay.
not
I'll
too
save the
worried
healing
at
for a bit later.
Yeah, save the healing for later.
Sessions, are you going to do anything or are you going to maintain your ready action?
I'm going to maintain my. But if anything kind of attacks us that I can see, it's getting.
Yeah, no. Okay, here we go. 1 to 3, Parky Warky.
No. Can we first of all make it saving throw?
No, yeah.
These
I think
14
you'll find.
wisdom save.
Oh,
It's
painful. No, I don't know about that number. Okay, what's the damage, John?
17 point of damage.
Oof, bloody hell.
It must be.
Must be dying. It's getting battered by the spirit
It's a
guardian.
ridiculous spell.
From midair, you just hear disdainful laughter, and a voice next to you, Parker, says, I am so far unwounded by your childish attacks.
There's a horse in here.
And it's going to have a thwack. 1 to 3, Parker. 4 to 6, Burple. It goes for Parker, rolling at disadvantage. First attack. It's going to be not enough. And now I'm going to make the same decision. I'm not going to be bitten twice. This is its second roll of the first attack, getting rid of the shit number. And now it gets its second attack. That was a 14. The second attack. First dies 17?
No.
Yes, that's brilliant.
Wish I would stop rolling at 1 to 3. Bollocks. Cuthbert.
Is that square to the right of Cuthbert next to Parker, is that safe to stand on, or is that as shown, which is a bit kind of...
Looking at our map, I would say... Well, I wouldn't stand there if I were you.
All right, I'm not going to stand there if I was him then. What I will do is I will use my dash action, my bonus dash action,
Yeah.
to go and stand ahead of...
So you're running through everybody and running around the other side.
Running around the other side, joining the melee, and going to then do an attack at disadvantage with the short sword.
I'll allow it. Well, it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. And then I'm going to do
Rolling a 2. Yep.
an attack at disadvantage with the rapier. With the first attack, armor class 18 is a hit,
Is a disadvantage, so rake the other roll.
and the other roll is an 11, which is a miss.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
But I'm now in there.
Uncle Buggy,
Um,
living alone on his little island of wood.
Yep.
Stuck away in the corner of the
Terrified
chamber.
to touch the boardwalks.
Frontline
at the front,
fighter.
as
Frontline
usual.
fighter.
I'm at the front.
Yes.
I'm at the front. Hang on.
He's
We're heading north.
Stuck.
I am the furthest north. I'm at the front.
Anyway, look, I'm not going to get into the same old row about where Uncle Buggy is. What do you want to do, Uncle Buggy? Do you want to do anything?
Can I actually start bashing the door rather than trying to
What,
do the old
you
fashioned?
want to try and dismantle the door by doing damage on it?
Rather than join
Well,
the
in
combat.
Pota, someone was disintegrating doors and bashing doors rather than just doing the traditional.
Yeah, but that's
bash
in
down.
your famously lenient and understanding, encouraging DM style.
Doors have hit points, right?
Doors have hit points.
You can try. And the doors have feelings.
Doors
You
have
could give
hardness and hit points.
Yeah, well,
No, they
sort
don't
of-
have hardness. That's
Yeah, we sort of
That's
established that the
3.5.
rules are a bit rubbish on doors and breaking them down.
yes.
Roll to hit the door.
So I can roll. I can do damage on the door.
Well, you've got to roll to hit it first.
Okay. So this is why
It's wearing scale mail,
that's +7.
and it's got a cloak of protection, and
Okay, so I'm
it's
gonna
got a
bash,
displacement spell, and it's got a
oh,
mirror image.
1. I
You did
re-roll
miss
a
the
1
door.
because I'm a hobbit.
Damn.
I roll a
Okay, that's hit the door.
21.
And roll the damage on the door.
8 points de damage.
8 points of damage on the door.
Can I bash again?
It's a resilient door. Okay, you get 2 attacks around. Yeah.
A 12.
12 is a. Oh, this would make me very happy if it was a miss. It is a.
Was it dodging out of the way or something? No, it's a hit.
Swinging open and closed so you miss it.
That is a miss.
How is it a miss?
It's a glancing blow.
Can't hit a barn door.
Because armor class is an abstraction.
Literally couldn't hit a barn
Johnny.
door. Literally.
Is it really a miss?
It's really a miss because a door has an armor class of 15.
Bugger, right. I'm going to use my Ort dice.
And this,
No, I'm not.
you can. I think the idea here is that you've not actually physically failed to hit the
Glancing
door,
blow.
but you haven't. Yeah, you haven't done a blow that's done a sufficient.
So it's a bit
isn't-
like the hardness, I guess, of 3.5.
Not all armor class is how difficult something is physically to hit. Otherwise, plate mail would make you easier to hit.
Mike, you're explaining to someone who's been playing for 43 years. go
Right. Well,
fast
that was
position.
moving on to the top of the round. Round 5. It is burpily wurpily woo.
I'm going to hit it with my sword again.
This time
Very
you are. This
successful.
time you are, Dan.
Yeah,
You have to
you've got to
believe.
believe.
This time,
You've got
yeah,
to
I've got a very good
believe.
feeling about this.
Yeah. It can't fail.
Do you believe?
Come on. Roll hitting armor class 26. It's a
20.
critical. Is it
Now-
a critical? I'm gonna.
Now, Burple, it's a chance to win life-changing amount of damage. Would you like to gamble, or are you going to take the prize I've got here for you? No, don't look up there. They can't coach you. You can make the decision yourself.
I'm going to take the damage.
You're going to take the damage.
I'm going to take the damage because
Sylvia is very relieved.
I'm going to
Yeah.
throw in 1 point of my bardic inspiration,
Yes.
which does an extra 3d6,
Yeah,
which
you-
is then
yeah,
doubled,
it's-
becomes
Yeah,
6d6.
he killed it. It had 1 hit point. I just wanted you to throw in the extra resources.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Fell for my trap.
Blatted all over a large distance.
Well, you don't really know. Oh, yeah, you do know because you're the only person who can see it. It sort of goes. I don't know. How does a wind item? Yeah.
Farts.
Yeah. Just goes. It just goes off like a balloon with the air. And that is the end of Le Combat avec les monstres invisibles. What are we going to do now? Bugcraft is struggling with the door. You guys have destroyed this wispy thing. What do you want to do?
Well, there's another one. Can you see the other one, Purple?
Oh, yes.
Not from where I am.
No, you can't see anything from where you are.
Could you possibly
Oh, well, I can move.
over to the west
Move
You
over
want to
there.
stay in? Should we stay in round sequence, or shall we break out? I'm not.
Well, it's the end of my
bothered.
round. I
think we
struck
stay
it
in
with a
round
mighty
sequence.
blow, and I use my move. I suppose I can't see it from there then.
No,
Or
you
can I?
can't see anything. No. Parker, what do you want to do?
Well, if Burful is going to look out, then I will attempt
Yes.
to walk across the plank
Boardwalks.
again, as it were.
Yeah, you're unmolested.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, middle-aged man
7,
counting.
8,
Always
9,
great radio.
10. Yeah. So I can basically move to one square before the sort of
Yeah,
safe
you can
bit.
see Bugraft looking puzzled, staring at this door
Yeah.
that seems to be, I don't know, he
Closed.
thinks some
Confused why I can't.
some kind of
the
source,
door.
some kind of
It's
sorcery.
not
yeah.
moving.
Yeah, he's sort
Well,
of
it's-
leaning against the door, butting it with its head in desperation.
Well, that's good for Parker. What about Sessions Epa? So, Sessions has got his whirling playing cards. This is quite interesting strategically.
I'm not sure I'm protected against that.
I think you are.
I think I was
Uncle
outside the
Buggy.
radius, wasn't I?
No, you don't need to be
Okay,
in
it's
the
not the
radius.
radius,
You
it's-
just need to be nominated. You were
Yeah.
all together in the main warehouse room when he cast it,
Yes.
so you are protected. Yeah,
Have to be able to see
You
when
sure?
I cast.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
He
in the other
nominated
place.
everybody. Yes.
Does he know when he comes up against something?
This is why I said this is quite interesting tactically. I would say no. I don't think it makes a noise like a kind of buzzsaw finding,
Does he feel a disturbance in the force?
No, I don't think he does feel a disturbance in his pants. I think it's just, it would happen. I would have to make my saving throws were I to be having to make them in secret.
I'm going to edge up to the end of the floor, just in
Yes,
front of
right at the edge of the water. Yeah.
Cuthbert, right at the edge of the water, and I will sort of just gently move to there for now.
So basically a fantastically non-committal. Okay.
But no, I think now I'm covering the walkway and half of the room.
Everybody's favourite heterochrome, Cuthbert Ouch Splinter.
Cuthbert's going to kind of move very carefully along the walkway, the initial walkway. What can he see in the water as he walks along very carefully, making whatever checks he needs to make?
I don't think you need to make a perception check. I think, assuming that Uncle Buggy shouted out what he could see, although all ever Uncle Buggy ever seems to say is it dirty?
Is it dirty?
Peering into the water on either side of you, there are sharp metal objects in the water just below the surface. They could actually be weapons. It could be deliberate.
Could be like a spiked pit trap, but having weapons pointing upwards.
It could be just like that. Yeah.
Which they forgot to push you into.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. I'm feeling annoyed about that, but there we go. Well, I had one go and I failed that. It's the DC is not. Anyway, what are you going to do? Work your way into the chamber?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
I'm working my way into the chamber, and then I'm going to kind of head in the direction of, now I can see him, bugger off.
Uncle Buggy, it's your go.
I'm going to attack the door again.
Okay, make a roll to hit. I know it's it's armor class now. Armor class 15. It's a miss.
10.
It's a miss.
It's a miss.
Yeah, and have
Another
another
one.
Yeah, have another go. Yeah. Oh dear.
Another
Okay.
10.
Okay, so you're thumping at this door, but you're not landing a telling blow.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Well, there we go. You're the one that's a big fan of 5e. We move on to Elpish.
Are you bashing at this door because you were unable to open the lock, or what's the...
You had a
Correct.
go opening the lock.
I
You
used the
failed.
Traditional means of bashing a door down, and it's too difficult, so now I'm just destroying the door.
Trying to destroy the door.
Except
Instead, what happened is the door ended up destroying you.
Purple will move up next to Parker.
Okay, so we've now got Parker and Burple and Cuthbert and Bugraft all
So I
on the
still
little
can't see that other one.
gantries. You can't see anything, no. Parker, what would you like to do?
I'll move up.
my intention is to obviously try and pick the lock before the door hits back at Bugraft.
Now where you're standing means that you're in the way of the door, so I can't have a go on my turn.
Standing there is the only thing that's stopping the door
Opening.
Retaliating.
killing Bugraft, yeah.
I'll move out of the way next time.
Anyway, Parker, what do you want to do?
I will move on to try it.
Right, so
well,
you're all gathering around.
Can
this
I
door.
have a go at opening the door? That was basically my move. Can I have an action to...
What do you want to do? How are you
well,
going to try and open it? Do you want to
I
try and
think
pick the lock? Or are you
Parker
going
can
to try
go
and...
in the same square as me because I'm just a hobbit.
Parker can go in the same square as you anyway.
Right. I'll try and have a bash at it as well then.
You're going to literally thump it and try and do damage on it.
Well, force it, yeah.
Yeah, have a roll your attack against the door. This is
Is
fantastic.
this what we've come to?
We should have a quick chat about book. We're in book 4, by the way, which we've not really discussed. And it did occur to me today that so terrified are you of anything plot related that given the choice of visiting Eligos and describing to her what you knew of the Ebon
Yeah.
Triad,
We went off on a.
the looming age of worms, the mysterious Chios, and all of that stuff, you were presented with an opportunity to go off and just basically literally just stand there and attack inanimate objects. And that's what you've done.
I was
And
up
no-
for going after her.
Yeah, but you're always
Nobody
up
was
for the plot
interested in
stuff.
my vision either. So
Yeah, but we thought that there was more time pressure on this side of the story than
I
on
know,
the
it-
other.
yeah.
It was logical.
Yeah, someone
it
trying
was,
to kill us.
It
Yeah.
was
Can I have-
Graham's.
It was logical.
It was wise.
Can I
Jim
have the
Graham.
full flurry of my monkish blows on this thing, or just
You're going to beat
yeah,
your
I'm
fist
gonna-
against the door
You know,
like a toddler, like a toddler locked in its bedroom. Okay, give it a shot. You're going to bring this door down
so
eventually.
that's a 17.
You managed to strike the door. How much damage do you do on the door?
9 points of damage.
Okay, the door is looking a bit damaged. Do you want to hit
Second
it again?
attack, yes, it's 17,
I can't believe we've come to this.
23.
I can't believe
23 is another hit on the door.
That would
Yeah,
be
yeah. I mean, this
7
is,
points of damage.
embarrassing.
It's looking like another good solid
And
blow
the
on this
final
door
kick.
might break it off its
Yeah.
hinges,
Proper
or
monkish kick is 22.
is a hit. Okay, and how much
doing,
damage?
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage, and you sunder the door. You smash through its timbers, and it bursts inwards. Part of it on its hinges, part of it dangling off the lock
Yeah.
fixture,
A bit of a.
revealing a chamber
Ooh,
leading off to your south. It squares off this room.
there's a hole in the floor.
Uncle Buggy, standing in the doorway, can see more than Parker, who's standing a little bit further back. Uncle Buggy, there's a jagged rip in the floor on your right, in the corner to your right. That looks like the floor has just fallen away, a bit like in the chamber, the big chamber that you've just been in. And then on the far side of the chamber, to the south of the chamber, you think up against the wall that would be the northern wall of one of those cells, there looks like there's an opening, but it looks like it's a manufactured opening, like a square.
Will I relay that to everybody else?
I don't think we're in round sequence anymore. Who wants to do
Presumably,
what?
seeing as Parker would just bash the door down, he can see that as well.
Yes, you can see that there's an opening.
Cuthbert's going
These
to...
floorboards, do they look drier and less?
They do. They do. They look. Can Uncle Buggy give me a perception check? And Cuthbert, I think, who can see enough.
Cuthbert, hey? Perception, hey?
A 10.
10 from Uncle Buggy.
And 20 from Cuthbert.
Cuthbert, you can see there are some kind of tracks. Have you got survival? Can you give me a survival check?
Survival check. I do have a survival, actually. Survival of 14.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly challenging. There are tracks leading up and down this room to and from this opening in the floor to your south.
Well, I'm going to go down there.
Follow the tracks and go down
I'm
to
going
the
to
opening.
head down to...
Parker, Cuthbert, are you looking down? Are you looking
Yes.
over the edge of this thing?
Yes.
There is a square shaft that leads down, and then after not very far, there is water. And just as you look down, Parker, down this square shaft with the water below you, a barrel just rolls up to the surface of the water, just kind of spins. And we will pick things up next.
That's so interesting. Oh, we're going to go off and do something else, and we're never going to do what we were supposed to do.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Encounter at Blackwall Keep and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. Encounter at Blackwall Keep was written by Sean K. Reynolds. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!